I'm Anna Zobel, and I'm your Star Diamond Beachbody coach. And I just wanted to talk to you guys about the trips and fun things that we can do with Beachbody. And so, because for me, this is what excites me. So, and you know, there's several different ones. And mostly, I'm going to talk about Summit and also the Success Club trip. But then you can also do things with your own team. So, for example, our team is going to be hosting a winter/spring retreat. It's going to be almost spring because it'll be in March this next year. So make sure that you sign up with us for that. But we are doing it because we've seen the success with my coach Brigida's team in running those types of winter retreats. And I've been with her several years now. And my first year with her, I was able to go up to Island Park to this awesome cabin with her and Scotty Hobbs' teams. And they each had a few people come. There's probably, no more than 10 or 12 people there. But most of those people, as far as I know, are all still active in Beachbody. And a lot of them have gone Diamond and Star Diamond. And the thing is that it creates a team unity and kind of that connection that people are really wanting. And so this last year, I was able to go with Brigida, and we had one down near Heber City, Utah, kind of in the Park City area. And it was super fun. We had probably over 20, 25 people just with Brigida's team. And that one was a lot of fun. We were able to do a little bit more training with that one. We had a diamond panel where people got to ask us diamonds different questions. And then we actually had a great visit from even Jeff Hill, Jeff Hill is the one of the vice presidents of Beachbody. And he came and spoke to us and talked about setting your big, scary, audacious goal, the BHAG. And then we also made vision boards. And so, again, all of these things were bonding things. And then also we got to go and, just kind of have fun and, sit in the hot tubs in the snow and go and shop in Park City and those kinds of things. So, so I encourage you with your own team as it's growing, even if there's only 3 people there or 4 people, to do those kinds of weekend get-togethers, because it really does help people to kind of have that one-on-one interaction, the small group interaction, and create memories and create that connection. Because then later, when they're at Summit together, then, for instance, Brigida's team, we were all able to sit together at Summit. We got people's phone numbers and everything, so we were able to text each other and say, this is where we're sitting, and we all got to be there, and you could just hear her team cheer every time Brigida got an award, and every time, she actually got the leadership award this last year, and all of us were there to cheer for her. So, me being one of those people in the stands cheering, it was great to be able to sit with people that I knew instead of kind of being lost in the crowd. So I really encourage you to have your own kind of retreats or some way of getting together with your team. And so then, of course, Summit is huge. That is the way to really advance your business. This next year, it's going to be in Nashville. We're working on getting our hotel rooms right now. And, seriously, you just need to come. We have had people in the past have 5 and even 6 people in a room. You just kind of pack everybody in there and just get there, because the best part about Summit is, you've got the classes, and the thing is, some people are like, oh, well, I can just watch the classes on YouTube afterward, which you can, but being there, the reason why that's so much better is, those connections that I was talking about. People need to see you. Your team needs your connection. But the next part is that I call it the hallway time. And that's where you get access to some of the top coaches of Beachbody. 2 years ago, I went to one of the presentations about, kind of the invite process and that kind of thing. And I got to have a one-on-one conversation with Mike Ryan, who's one of the top Beachbody coaches. And I got to get advice from him. You know, he said, well, why are you trying to do it this way when obviously you're better at it this way? And I was like, oh, well, you're right. You know, and just kind of having that great advice from a great coach, and I had access to him because I was there, and I call that the hallway time, those times that you actually have time to talk to people. And then the last one I'm going to talk about is the Success Club trips, which I wanted to bring this up with my whole team because I want you guys to sign up the day that it gets announced. They usually announce it at the first Super Saturday in January, and it's usually the first Saturday of January, and they'll announce where it is, and then they'll open up registration. Now, last year, I think maybe the year before, maybe registration was open clear until, April or whatever, and then they had a waiting list. Well, this year that we're still in, the registration opened up, and it literally filled up, I believe, by the end of January, and then there's this huge waiting list. And so I was lucky enough to have got registered in January, and I have a spot in Cancun this next year. And this last year I was able to register also, and I went with my husband, on this fabulous trip. It was the cruise, and it was, you guys, seriously, it's worth it. I know it's a $200 registration usually. I don't know what it'll be this next year, but I just want to encourage all of my team that no matter what, to register for it so that you can start earning points towards it. You can start earning your trip, and it lets you pay along the way, and whatever Success Club points you get earns the trip for free, or if you didn't get all the Success Club points, you pay for it along the way as like basically quarterly payments. So basically, I just want to point out that it was seriously one of the best vacations I've ever had. It was just awesome, kind of like 5-star treatment. We had this great cruise. We had these great excursions. We do have to pay for the excursions ourselves, but still, like, just being on that boat. And for me and my husband, it was like the best because he's kind of like, he doesn't like big groups of people, but he was able to find places on the cruise ship, and you could find places in these different places we're going to be alone. And then when he was kind of done, and didn't want to be around people anymore, he could go off by himself. And then I had all of those friends that I had made at Summit and at the winter retreat that were there on the cruise with me, and we went dancing and we did all these fun things. I got up early. We got to work out with Sean T and Tony Horton and Autumn Calabrese, and which was awesome because I totally overindulged on that cruise ship food, but I only gained like 2 pounds because I had those great workouts. So I just want you guys to see how excited I am, and I'm super excited to go to Cancun this next year, and I just wish you could all be there with me. And so that's why I want you to make sure you sign up in January for the next year. So anyway, so I hope this helps you guys, and I hope you guys all sign up for both Summit and Cancun, or well, not Cancun, but the next year for the Success Club trip. And then also make sure that you find out from us and where our winter retreat is going to be, and come with us. I'm so excited to make those connections with you guys. Thanks.